So Reineke Family Dealerships is a group of 8 car dealerships, 3 RV locations, and 1 power sports location. We cover all of Northwest Ohio, and we're in Southeast Michigan. When we first located in Lima, the Symphony jumped out as like, wow, Lima, Ohio has a symphony. Like, that's really impressive. And Stacy and I went to a couple of the concerts and realized how vital that was to that community. And the Lima Symphony obviously jumps out as being really, really well run and a great organization for the community. We support the arts in most of our markets. Tiffin, we're a big supporter of the Ritz Theater and helped with the renovations of that, bringing it back from basically a building that was going to get tore down to now what it is. And then when they came out in Findlay with the drive for the Marathon Performing Arts Center, we were an early supporter of that. We think that that is really important for our communities, and the strong communities help our business overall.
The arts are just extremely impactful in our local communities. Main Street, Ohio is flourishing right now, and it's really on the backs of the arts, whether that be the Marathon Center for the Performing Arts or the Lima Symphony or Lima Art Space. I think there's a lot of different areas that can really draw the crowds together and help drive that effort with Main Street development. It deepens the relationship that we have across the board.
I love the performing arts. I love that it's alive. It's important because the arts need advocates. My heart is overflowing with emotion, gratitude that we're in a position to do this. It's a wonderful feeling.
There's a lot of different things that we do here in Northwest Ohio. We take a lot of pride in that, certainly, many of which are CreativeOhio members. Some of the more prominent ones, and I say the ones that we have some of the longest trajectory with, would be the Toledo Museum of Art, the Arts Commission, and TAPA is another big one, which recently rebranded, so Live Arts Toledo. I think that the arts here in Toledo is absolutely thriving, and I'm very bullish on the future. I think the partnerships, to me as a community leader, are as strong as I can remember. For a city of our size, I think we really punch above our weight class. It's really an important part of our DNA and who we are as a city. We make a point to invest in ways that we think can kind of help foster meaningful impact, whether that's within the arts or within affordable housing realms or workforce realms. But in the arts, I definitely can say there's been a tangible increase in access, increase in education. For us, it's much more than just financial support. It's really heartfelt and hands-on, and so I'm a huge champion, as all our employees know, and our leadership team is as well, of employee volunteerism and board service. So our employees take a lot of pride in our support and our involvement. There's a business component to all those organizations. You know, they need fiscal management, they need governance, they need oversight to thrive and to be sustainable. And so that's a nice area where we can blend some talent, and in particular the arts organization are an avenue that we've had a really long track record of board leadership. And I think that we can say that we made a really positive impact in helping some of these organizations in their longevity and in their success.
We started in 1988 with 40,000 square feet, and today we're a little bit bigger, but today they call it logistics, so we provide logistical services or supply chain management, mainly for folks in the manufacturing industry. I was a student athlete. The only way I went to college was because of athletics. And so I've always been athletic, you know, sports. Until I came to Findlay, the Marathon Performing Arts Center. When it first opened up, my concern was I didn't see folks like in our labor pool, folks that work with us. I didn't see them there. So as I started talking to our folks, they were, we don't know if we're allowed to go there. I said, oh, no, we're going to change that. When I reached out to the Performing Arts Center, I said, are we in a position where we can buy tickets? I just want to buy 50 or 100 or whatever the show is, so I can hand them out to our associates. First thing you know, people are like, it's okay to go there. For me, it's just great for them to come back and say, geez, that's the first show I ever went to. And so from that point on, we just continue to, anything we can see, and good Lord willing, and we're in a financial position to do it, to help support that, we want to support it. I think for me, it's getting that door open. When they go and they come back and they call me up or send me a text and said, thank you. It's a beautiful facility. I knew it was in our backyard, but had no idea what was behind that door. So we're opening up the doors and getting them in there. I look back, we were at a show and I was just turned around and was looking at folks, and I saw like 2 rows of all of our associates. Of course, they're, hey Chuck, how you doing? And my wife Dee Dee, and I'm like, That's what, for me, that's what it was all about. I never thought I'd be able to do this kind of stuff growing up, but it's just a warm feeling to turn around and see your associates there, and they really appreciate it. And we're in a position to be able to do that.